Welcome back to all of my returning DIY cakers and welcome to my new DIY cakers. This is Ebby Cakes and I am your DIY cake instructor. Today we are going to decorate our DIY horoscope cake kit. So let's go ahead and take out all of the contents in your box. Now, your cake layers should be frozen. It is best to work with frozen cake layers. It makes the decorating process a whole lot easier as opposed to using room temperature cake. So, I do advise you to have your cake layers frozen prior to you decorating. So go ahead and just remove all of your lovely items from your box. And once you have everything, we will be all ready to go. Now the next set of supplies are supplies that will make the decorating process go a whole lot smoother for you. This is the grip that will go on a cake turntable. Okay, and then lastly, this is a cake turntable. I will include a link to purchase that in the description. Once you have everything, let's get started. Locate your white buttercream and cut about 1 inch of the tip off the bottom of the bag and just spread just a little dollop onto your cake board like so. Then you're going to grab your first frozen layer of your cake layer and you want to position it in the center of your cake board. Once you're done with that, go ahead and pipe out the inside of the buttercream. And you want to go ahead and just put all of the buttercream in there. And once that's done, you're going to grab your offset spatula and spread it evenly across the entire circumference of the circle. Once your buttercream is spread evenly, go ahead and grab your second layer of your frozen cake layer and position it directly on top and making sure it is lined up with the sides and it's also centered as well. Once you're done with that, grab your offset spatula and gently spread around that excess white buttercream. Next, you want to grab a paper towel and just clean off your offset spatula because now we are getting ready to use our main color. In this case, I'm using purple and I'm just cutting a tip of that piping bag off so I can pipe it onto our cake like so. Just continue to go around the entire cake. The goal is to cover the entire cake with that main color buttercream. And if you see any gaps, go ahead and fill it in. You also want to spread some on the top as well, and then use your offset spatula to spread it around. All right, so once you have a nice smooth finish, you want to get that second bag of buttercream and you want to go ahead and pipe that on your cake. You want to use 2 coats of the main color. Okay, and once you're done, you're going to go ahead and grab that offset spatula and begin to spread it all the way around on the sides and the top of your cake. Your goal is to smooth out all of the buttercream and go ahead and fill in any crevices that you might see. Now you want to locate your icing smoother and hold it at a 90-degree angle onto the sides and just go ahead and go all the way around your cake. The goal is to get a nice smooth finish. So you're just going to keep going around and around. You'll probably have to get any excess buttercream off using your bowl. As you can see, I did off to the side, and you can always go back and use your offset spatula with that buttercream and fill in any areas that need to be filled in. Keep in mind that this step right here is the step it takes the longest. It is probably a little time consuming, but I promise you, the more you do it, the smoother your buttercream is, the better it will look once you are done. So you'll probably have to go around a few times just to get your buttercream smooth, but I promise you, once you are done, you will really, really love the way that it looks when your buttercream is nice and smooth. So now I'm just cleaning up my edges, just wiping off any of that excess colored buttercream that I have on my cake board. Now, once your cake is all smooth to your liking, you're going to place your cake in the freezer for 5 to 10 minutes so that buttercream can firm up when you are putting on your buttercream border. Now, this step is totally optional. If you would like to practice your piping technique, you are going to go ahead and use that buttercream piping sheet. So go ahead and grab your either black or white border. And what you're doing basically, you're just going to transfer it into the piping bag with the piping tip. So you're just going to squeeze it all out into the piping bag with the piping tip in it. Okay, so once you are done, you want to turn that piping bag around because you want to kind of close it up so you won't have buttercream squirting from the top. So here you see me piping a shell border. So I'm basically just pressing and I'm going upward with my wrist and then going downward. So this is called a shell border. And once you are done with that, you can scrape that off of that laminated sheet and you can return it back into your piping bag so you won't waste any buttercream once you're done with your practice. All right, so go ahead and grab your cake out of the freezer. It is nice and firm. Now, we do want to use a little bit of that colored buttercream. Go ahead and grab a little dab of it, and you just want to put some on the top. We need that top to be sticky so our cake topper can stick to it. So once you're done with that, go ahead and locate that and place it, center it right in the middle of your cake. And for this part, I do like to use a toothpick to kind of press down the topper onto the cake. Next, you're going to go ahead and grab your border buttercream and go ahead and start piping your shell border, going around the whole perimeter of your cake. And once you're done with the top, you're going to go ahead and go around the whole perimeter of the bottom of your cake. And of course, we cannot finish our cake without our fun sprinkles. The sprinkles are a great addition to any cake, and they also help kind of cover up any mistakes that you may have with your buttercream. As you can see, I have a few mistakes, and I'm just going to use my sprinkles to cover those little mistakes up, and no one will ever know. All right, and last but not least, we are going to add some pizzazz to our cake by adding our metallic non-edible cake decor to our cakes. Yay, we are all done with our horoscope DIY cake kit. You should be so proud of yourself. So, your cake will be ready to eat within about an hour once you are done putting all of your decorations on. Your cake will last 5 to 7 days in the refrigerator, or you can always wrap it in plastic wrap, put it in the freezer for up to 3 months. Thank you guys so much for caking with me today.